Welcome to the Simple Smart System. This is video number 1, the introduction. Just going to give you a quick overview here. We're going to talk about how it all works, mindset. I want to make sure that you're in the right mindset before we get started, a quick video overview, and what you need. So let's go ahead and talk about how it all works. Essentially, this is what we call outsource arbitrage. And basically what that means is that you're going to build a business around providing services to local or online businesses. These services, however, will be outsourced. So you'll need to master two things. Once you master these two things that I'll talk about in just a few minutes, you'll be able to master this business system. So essentially, you're not doing any of the work, you're just being the middleman. But you need to know how to find clients as well as the art of outsourcing. Basically, you will be helping businesses by providing services. It can be, programming services, web design services, copywriting services, data entry, all sorts of services. However, you're going to basically need to have a team of freelancers whom you outsource these services to. Now, you're going to need to oversee everything. You're going to need to communicate with the clients and make sure that you know exactly what they want and what their expectations are to make sure that's clear. And then you're basically going to communicate with the freelancer or the outsourced worker to get whatever service that is developed or provided. And basically it's a back and forth between the client and the freelancer to ensure that the client is happy and to ensure the freelancer is doing a good job and is happy with their work as well. So it's got to be a win-win situation for everybody. And then you'll eventually get some good results if you follow this system. Basically, you're going to be the front. So your reputation is obviously going to be on the line. But if you follow the system and everything that I show you, you should be able to do quite well. There's a lot of stuff that we've learned over the years. We've lost a lot of time. We've lost a lot of money. We've worked with good freelancers, bad, and even lazy ones. So I'm going to show you how to pinpoint people, the right people to be on your team, and also how to find clients as well. So this is just a picture of what it looks like. This is you, and you're kind of the gear in the middle. In order for the gear, this whole system to work, you need to be in the gear process. But your client is up here, and you will be providing services to your client, and then you'll be communicating with the freelancer. So for all the system to work, you need to be in the middle managing your freelancers or your outsourced workers and communicating with your clients to make them happy, but you also want to make both parties happy as well. You want to make sure the freelancer is happy with their work that they're providing you, they're getting paid well, and your client is happy as well. And I'm going to show you all the steps of the way, all the goods, all the bads, so that you're aware of what to expect and you can get the system running. So let's talk about mindset. I always like to start out with mindset because I want to make sure that you're thinking the right way. If you're thinking the wrong way, then you can set yourself up for failure. And a lot of it has to do with mindset. Surpassing and going past roadblocks in the future is all about mindset. So I want you to work smart, not hard. You're going to be hit with a lot of different, client wants a lot of things, freelancer maybe late or maybe having trouble. So you need to be aware of what can happen in order to make it flow correctly. Now, if you follow my system, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been outsourcing and dealing with clients for a long time. So I know this process really, really well. So if you do this properly, You work smart, balance your time, you won't be overwhelmed. Otherwise, you'll be overwhelmed, you'll run into roadblocks, and you won't know exactly what to do. So master these two things and you'll get this right. And these two things I'm going to be focusing on in this video series. Basically, the first thing is the art of the headhunter. Basically, a headhunter is somebody who goes out and looks for people who can fulfill a job. These people can find people with skillful skill sets and are passionate about their work. And you'll notice that I talk about the word passionate a lot. You want to make sure that people are not only skilled, but they're passionate about their work. They love their work. They love what they do. If you find somebody who loves what they do, then the end result is going to skyrocket. It's really going to do well. But if you find somebody who's not really passionate about their work and they just want the money, the end result is not going to be that great. But I'm going to dive more about that later on because I got videos 4 to 10 all about outsourcing and headhunting. If you master this, you will be phenomenal in terms of building your team and getting those services done. Make them happy, end results good. Clients will really enjoy what you provide and they'll come back for more. And you can upsell them for more services. And you need to master the art of finding businesses with a need. If you can find businesses or a problem that needs fulfilling, and you can provide a high quality end result, then you'll constantly get businesses to come and come again. So these things work hand in hand together. Now let's talk about a quick video overview. Video 1 is this video here. Video number 2 is planning and brainstorming and researching. So I'm going to help you kind of brainstorm different niches and understand, get an idea of what area do you want to go into? Do you want to go into copywriting? Do you want to go into website design? Do you want to go into data entry, data migration, programming, apps, stuff like that? And number 3 is going to be finding and dealing with business clients. I have a lot of expertise in this area. So over the years, I've lost a lot of time, lost a lot of money, seen a lot of clients that you don't want to deal with, and seen the clients that you do want to deal with. So I can tell you a lot about that in that specific video. Video number 4 is master the art of outsourcing. So you want to master that art. You want to master the art of a headhunter. And the good, the bad, the lazy. I'm going to show you all different scenarios so you're aware of what to expect. And video number 7 is culture and language barrier. A lot of people don't think about this part. They assume that everybody thinks the same. But you got to realize that there are many different cultures. Many people are raised differently. And because of that, the way that they produce the end result might be different. So you got to think about that. Another thing is niche personality. There's a lot of different personality types. And you can figure out, does this add up? Because when you're outsourcing, you got to figure out, is this freelancer going to do a good job? Does what they're saying add up? And I can tell you how to pinpoint really good workers by using these methods that I'm going to show you. Video number 9 is niche freelancer examples. I'm going to give you examples of some creative freelancers like design, artistry, web design, artists, painting, so forth. Basically the creative realm, writing, copywriting, and so forth. These types of people think very, very different than the logic thinkers like programmers and so forth. So there is a way to deal with creative people versus logical people. So if you deal with everybody the same way, you're eventually going to offend somebody along the lines and they're not going to get the stuff done correctly because they're pissed off at you. So I'm sure you're learning stuff right now, but there's different personality types. So video number 11, after you understand how to grasp the idea of pinpointing good workers from 4 to 10, we're going to jump right in. Video number 11. I'm going to show you the best outsourced sites. I'm going to show you my review, my personal reviews. I've been doing this since 2003, so it's a long, long time. And I can show you and I can tell you what's changed. Video number 12, I want you to take action. So I'm going to create a live project. I'm going to go through the process of actually showing you how I go about figuring out who's a good worker and who's not. So you get to see this live. Video number 13 is quality assurance and feedback. Obviously, you got to communicate between the two, the client and the outsourced worker. So when the outsourced worker finishes producing what they produced, you need to make sure that it is of the expectations of your client. So there's that constant back and forth communication. So I'm going to show you some tips in that video, and video number 14 is, of course, delivering the end result to your clients. Video number 15 is, if you do a good job with delivering a good end result with your clients, you can upsell your clients with additional services. Now I'm going to show you some cool tricks that can expand upon what you're already doing with them, and just show you some ideas on how to do that and how to simply upsell them without really selling them. Here's what you're going to need. You're going to need money, obviously. You're going to need time. And you're going to need to have somewhat of a knowledge of the service that you'll be providing to the client, because you're going to be the middleman and you want to ensure that the quality is high. While you don't need to know a ton, you do need to know a little bit, because you'll be overseeing that process. You need to have perseverance. You might run into roadblocks along the way, and that's just with anything. And that's it. So with that said, let's move on to video number 2 and talk about some planning, brainstorming, and researching niches.